Welcome to Stories from the Center of the Universe, the podcast about the human experience.
All right, we're back. I think 2 weeks ago was our last recording. 1 week ago, I don't remember.
It's a couple weeks ago.
Thank you, Zach. My memory gets worse and worse as each day passes. All right, we're going to talk about three things tonight. We're going to talk about the Final Four results, even though it's been a couple of weeks. Still want to talk about it because we didn't get a chance to do that. We're going to certainly talk about the Masters. Rob's a big golfer. Jack, I don't know if you're big into golf, but I imagine you play. And I know Zach and I have played, but not well. And then we'll talk about the draft, and we'll probably spend more time on the NFL draft than any other. All right, because the team from the North won, I'm not going to make Jack and Rob talk too much about the reigning national champions, and y'all got me saying the team from up north, which I
see that. We appreciate that.
Well, it's not out of love for Ohio State. It's I dislike both programs.
Yes,
as I think you're aware, Rob. All right, so is anybody shocked that Arizona didn't make it to the final game? Anybody?
Very.
Really? You thought they were the better team?
I wouldn't say shocked due to them playing Michigan. I'm shocked at how they played in the semifinal. I think that's that for me, I think was what stood out the most.
I guess that's what I was saying. I was shocked that they got beat as bad as they did. So but I think Jack said it a couple weeks ago. Michigan and Arizona have definitely been the best teams all year, so it could have gone either way. I just thought it would be a much better game.
Yeah, I think there's this mix of they're both big team. They're tall guys, taller than the average teams. The average age is certainly older than a team like Duke. And Michigan seemed to get hot at the right part of the season, and Arizona was hot up until that game because they'll just have these crazy – what team did I just watch? Because it's not the team I watched the previous 5 games. They would just seem to collapse a handful of times during the season and lose in ways or to teams that they shouldn't have lost to that kind of make you scratch your head. UConn going for the third time in 4 years, and out of the 3 they've been to championship games, they've won 2 of them. This past championship game is the exception where they lost. Hurley, as annoying as he can be, he runs a heck of a program. Is that fair to say? Don't like the personality, but respect the coach or CEO in him? Anybody?
I would agree with that. I mean, I think you see that on the women's side of the ball too. I don't think a whole lot of people like Auriemma or Hurley, but I think they respect their success and the programs that they built and so on and so forth. I would totally agree with that.
Fair enough. And I think one of the other points is the Duke model, and Duke started doing this a long time ago, just bringing in 5-star freshmen to dominate. Kentucky actually, I think, started that back in the day, and Duke really jumped into that. Zion Williamson is the most obvious one, right? You knew he wasn't going to stick around for more than a year, but he would have an impact on the program in his freshman year. It looks like with NIL and the transfer portal, the way to go is 23 to 26-year-olds, not 18 and 19-year-olds. Jack, any thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, you see it in football. I mean, look at Indiana. Their average age of the team was 24, I believe. So I think it's when I think the age gap between a 24-year-old and an 18-year-old is very, very drastic. I think that means a lot, and it's not just so much NIL anymore where you can just snag up the top players, but I genuinely believe that age is a big factor nowadays. Not only just talent, but if you're able to get talent like these top tier programs are, and then pair it with people that are returning or just older players, I think you're just building a squad that can just handle almost anything. You have the talent to beat anybody. But then you have the maturity aspect from certain players that can go up against anybody as well. So I think that's kind of just the new NIL that we're into now.
Yeah,
I was
the
gonna
way I
say
think
that-
about it is that those older guys are clearly they should be stronger. They're more than likely stronger because they've worked out longer. They're more emotionally mature. They've been able to play the sport longer, right? They've played it 4 more seasons than the 18-year-olds or whatever the math is. And there's something to this notion, and people that listen to this podcast, all 12 of you, you've heard me say this 100 times. 18-year-old boys, their frontal lobes are not fully formed. 24, 25-year-olds, you're basically fully formed, and you see the world very differently, and you make much better decisions in your mid-20s than you do in your late teens. Rob, you were about to say something?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit it there. I was going to use the words experience and wisdom, and just
Rob, did we lose you? I think we lost Rob. I can see Zach. Thanks, Zach. You know I don't like just looking at myself the entire time. All right, we're going to move on from the Final Four. None of our favorite teams were in there. And I would say our favorite teams are Tech, Ohio State, and for me, UVA. Maybe one of those teams will do something next year. At least I hope so. Maybe all 3 of them will do something. Who knows? We've definitely lost Rob. All right. Let's pivot to the Masters. Did y'all predict who you thought would win? And then who did you want to win? Jack? Jack, can you hear me? Oh, good. So, Jack, did you even watch the Masters?
I didn't get a chance to. I was at work the entire time.
Yeah.
So
I
can't
watched
comment.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I think I wanted Rory to repeat, but I can't say that strongly because I don't like repeats typically. And predicting
When was the
Rory-
last time somebody repeated?
It's been a minute.
I think it's only been like 4 people have done that
Well,
before.
Rory was the 4th.
Rory was the 4th. Okay.
Yeah, Tiger, I think Jack, and Jack. Who was the 4th one besides Rory, Jack, and Tiger? Oh, it was Nick Faldo.
Yeah, it had been like 24 years, I think. I think Tiger did it 01, 02.
Yeah. So the question before us is, who did you want to win, and who did you think was going to win before the 4 rounds kicked off? Jack, we'll start with you.
Who did I think was gonna win?
Yeah.
Probably Rory or Scotty. I mean, those 2 dudes have been playing really, really good. Come Saturday night, I actually thought that it was gonna be Cam Young, so I was rooting for him to win. I don't know. There was a lot of back and forth. I mean, Rose played really well and then crumbled at the end, and Rory just didn't make any mistakes. So being able to 2-putt on the 18th really takes away a lot of pressure on you.
Absolutely. Same question for you, Rob.
you don't hear me.
Yeah, you're coming in broken up. Your signal's not great.
I got 4 bars. I don't know. You guys are all scratchy. I don't know what's
Okay,
going
go off video, and that might help it.
What?
Zach, do you have an opinion? I know you didn't watch any of it, but do you
In terms of
care?
who I thought was going to win, I guess I would say Scotty. And he played pretty well. I just, knowing how rare it is to win back-to-backs, I thought the odds were against Rory. And I don't really have a preference to whoever wins. Usually it's whoever the lefty is. But I don't even know any current lefties. Is Phil still playing? I'm not
Phil
a huge
wasn't-
golf guy.
Phil wasn't there. I don't remember watching a lefty swing the club. I mean, Bubba won it a couple times. You would expect Bubba playing, but I
Yeah.
never saw him on camera. He probably didn't make the cut. Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
Rob. Same question for you.
So Bubba was there, but I agree with you. I don't think he made the cut. So the question of who did I think was going to win?
And then who did you want to win?
So let's see. So I had 2 that I kind of wanted to win. I wanted Cam Young just because he's young.
Hey, Rob, if you can hear me, you're coming in very broken. I'm sure our
I
listening
got
audience-
Cam Young out of that.
Yeah, that's all I heard too. Rob, we'll give it another minute and then we'll try to come back to you. I will say that I wanted Justin Rose to win, and then Jack, just like you, by towards the end of the third round. I was like, man, I'd love to see Cam Young win it. But Justin Rose is well respected by his peers. I think loved or at least liked a lot by the fans. And he's in his mid 40s. He's not going to have that many more opportunities. I was really hoping he would win it, but what he kind of blew on the last day. And by the way, and Jack, I'll ask you because you're probably more familiar with this one player. Burns has the prettiest swing off the tee, the prettiest swing on drives. His putting is art, but he just crumbles on Sundays. I don't get it. Do you think it's purely mental with him?
I mean, last time I saw him play was the Ryder Cup, and it was kind of the same thing. I think like with the amount of pressure that some of these tournaments have on these golfers, no matter how many times that they might go through a tournament on a weekend, let alone a year. I think it's just like the Masters and the Ryder Cup and the US Open and all these like really, really top tier tournaments. I think just like bring out, some people have it, some people don't. And I think he just needs to play a little bit more, like get a couple more seasons under his belt, and maybe he'll be able to develop it. But it's just something tough. And it just takes a lot of time. So I would just deem it something closer to that.
Fair enough. He just needs more time to like build the resistance from the pressure kind of thing, or be able to handle it differently. All right, Rob, let's try you again.
I mean, y'all are still really scratchy, so I don't know if I'm coming through, but yeah, Cam Young, and then my other one was Justin Rose. And to answer your question, he's 45. He would have been the second oldest to ever win it, next to Jack Nicklaus. So yeah, I was kind of for Justin too, and he just kind of let it slip away on Sunday. So Rory almost let it slip away, but then he did that early enough when he got the double bogey where he was able to pick up 3 more strokes. And then, Scotty shooting 11 under on the weekends, but being even, on the first 2 rounds, obviously, you don't like to have those back speed issues.
Yeah, Rob, you're breaking up again. You were pretty good for the first little bit, but you're breaking up really badly now. All right, we're going to awkwardly pivot to the draft. This is going to be a 3-man show. It's me asking questions and the 3 of you revealing how much time you've spent studying this stuff. And by the way, this is internationally impactful, this knowledge, and you guys spending your time this way on the draft. It's very, very important stuff. Obviously, that's sarcasm. All right. Question for all 3 of you, especially if Rob's audio is coming through better. Who's going to go in a later round that's going to be a steal, do you think? Are there any out there? Have y'all thought about players in that way? Like, what 3rd or 4th rounder is going to be looked at years from now and like, that dude should have gone in the first round?
That's tough. I don't know if I can answer that question, but I can answer, 2-3 months ago, who was going in that range and now is just shot up boards despite the season ending. He didn't even do much of the combine, really. But Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver from Indiana, he was like a consensus 3rd round pick, 4th round pick a few months ago. The championship kind of shot him up a bit, but now I've seen him as high as 13 in some mock drafts to the Rams.
What changed?
Like I said, the championship kind of changed some things, being in the national spotlight like that, especially playing on a team like Indiana, which isn't a historically recognized program. But I think just as people spend more and more time looking at the film and reviewing some of his traits, they realize how fluid he is. I mean, he might be the best route runner in this class. His separation ability is top tier. I think he's had some drop issues, I think. But other than that, there's really not much to complain about. He's got good size. He's like 6 foot, 190, 195, something like that. He's extremely fluid. He's pretty fast. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him go in the first round. Almost to the point where I think it's a lock.
So, okay, fair enough. Jack, are there others out there like Cooper?
That was one for me. And then I like the Arkansas running back. I think that might be a big pickup for somebody. And then surprisingly, because the quarterback draft is so bad this year, in my opinion, I don't think it's great, or at least compared to what we'll see next year. I think next year we'll see a lot of quarterbacks fly off early. But there's a quarterback from Arkansas. His name's Talon Green. He's got the body type of Cam Newton and runs very, very similar. Obviously the throwing mechanics are always going to be a little bit different. And, every time someone goes to a team, they try to change it anyways. So that would definitely be one that I would look forward to seeing where he ends up. And I think depending on the right fit might be a very, very big pickup for someone.
Cool. Rob and Jack, this question's for you. Is the rumor mill supporting Pittsburgh taking a quarterback with their first pick or not? Has the conversation changed at all around what they're going to do with that first pick? We'll start with Rob.
Yeah, every draft board
Damn, dude.
Rob, it's still happening. I don't know where you are, but it sounds like you're broadcasting from another planet.
I love you guys. Bye.
He sounded like a man who'd been defeated. That wasn't that wasn't fun to watch. Jack, go ahead. What's the rumor mill saying about Pittsburgh?
I actually think that it's supporting the fact that we're going to get a quarterback even more, which I'm just disgusted by.
Well, I guess it's insurance that for Rodgers not playing another season, and I guess they don't have enough faith in Will Howard. I mean, you obviously watch Will play a lot at Ohio State. I saw, I don't know, 2 or 3 games. He's a good quarterback, and he has enough potential that I think they need to try to seriously develop him and think of him as a starting quarterback.
I completely agree. He's like 6'6", 240. So he's not small by any means. He's a prototypical, really, really well-sized quarterback. I'm not sure why we would want to waste a first-round draft pick, because I've mentioned this before. Our first-round draft picks for QB outside of Ben Roethlisberger, let alone any other draft pick we've had in the first round, just has not done great for us anyways. So I don't know why we feel the need to reach for a quarterback where they're all going to be in the second round. So why wouldn't we just trade up in the second round and get someone then? That's just my opinion on it, because I think it's a waste of a first-round pick.
Yeah, we're about to do something equally stupid, I think, in Tampa, because what I've heard, and I've had people ask me who I thought Tampa was going to take in the first round, and apparently the conventional wisdom is the Sadiq kid, the tight end out of Oregon, and we don't need I guess if you go with the philosophy of take the best player available, Sadiq's a freak athlete. I don't doubt that, but I don't think he's a mid-first round guy to take, and I think he could be a flop, and we might know that within a couple of seasons. Zach, what do you think?
Jason Light today actually has said, he got asked a question today about the tight end room, and his answer was something along the lines of, we're always looking to improve it, but for now we're comfortable with what we have. So that to me means that we might explore tight end in the later rounds, but Sadiq at 15 probably isn't going to happen. Now, of course, still got a week. Things can change, and they might really like Sadiq next Thursday. But I agree with you. I don't want him. I'm not thrilled with our tight end room. Cade Otton is okay at best, but he's cheap, and we've got too many holes on our defense to fix. So,
yeah, if we don't pick defenders in the first 3 or 4 rounds, I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, I'd really like a corner or an edge at 15, especially because this draft seems pretty deep at both those positions. I don't know. We've just got, our defense is horrible, and we need to fix it.
The only thing we need on offense are maybe a guard and maybe a right tackle.
Interior line is a problem for us, especially, but there really aren't any great O-linemen in this draft. I mean, even some of the guys at the top of the class that might go early really shouldn't be going.
All right, so I'm going to ask y'all a fun question. Oh, how did Jack and Rob enter the studio? That's weird. Let me see what's going on. Are you on a different device now, Rob?
Yep.
All right, so we have Paul, Zach, Jack, and then we have Jack and Rob.
Yep. Sorry. That's the iPad.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so Jack and Rob, and then Jack and Zach and Rob. You can throw your thoughts in here as well. What are the top 3 positional needs? And Zach mentioned a couple of them for Tampa. And then what do you think your team's actually going to do? Are they going to actually?
Oh, he never changed the name.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first since I was just talking about it. Like I was just saying, corner and edge are probably our most pressing needs right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see us go either. I'd
What's
probably
third?
prefer
What's third?
interior line, but I don't think we're gonna do that.
I can't hear
because-
Zach.
Can you guys hear me?
I'm having so
I
many
can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know what the
Rob,
hell's
Rob,
going
you can hear me. Stop talking.
Okay, I'm stop talking.
Corner, edge, and interior line are our biggest needs.
Corner, edge, interior line is what Zach
Yeah.
says for Tampa. Jack or Rob, what are your big 3 needs?
Go, Jack.
Easily has to be secondary offensive line,
Paul, can you hear
and
Jack?
Yep.
I can't hear him or Zach. I can hear you.
So we're getting both football talk and Rob expressing his frustration with technology. So, what's the third one, Jack?
me personally, I would like to see receiver, but it has to be DB and O line more than anything else.
All right. So you think that they're going to take a quarterback first? Then what do you think they take second and third?
Well, if we're gonna be stupid the whole draft, then we'll just pick up a D lineman or something like that. That seems pretty prototypical with us, especially with the way that Cam Hayward's getting older. Which is, I mean, that's fine, but they're just not picking good stuff.
All right, Zach. You think we'll address our needs, or you think we'll go get silly and take a kicker in the second round like we've done in the past?
I think we'll go corner or edge first round. I'd be surprised if we didn't. There's a
What about
lot of
second round?
talented corners and edges. Second round, I think we might just double up and go corner first round or edge second round or vice versa.
Okay. Well, so you're saying we're going to have a decent draft, or at least a good start to the draft.
I think so. Jason Light has drafted those positions pretty frequently and unfortunately missed on most of them. So I think he'll try again and hopefully he hits.
All right, Rob, if you can hear me, I think we can hear you more clearly now. What do you think? What do you think Pittsburgh's going to do? We've already established they're going to take a quarterback with the first pick. But what do you think they're
Well,
going to do after that?
as I've stated, I'll be extremely displeased if they do that. So, I mean, the 3 needs that I think are wide receiver, offensive line, and defensive backfield, preferably cornerback, I think. And yeah, like I saw a draft today saying we would get Nussmeier, but it was in the 3rd round. It was our 4th pick, but in the 3rd round. So I'd be fine with that. If they want to do that, that's fine. But if we pick Ty Simpson with the 21st pick, I'm going to be like livid. But
I'm going
that's probably
to
what they'll
watch
end
the
up doing.
first. I'm going to watch the first 21 picks of the draft, and I'll probably turn the TV off after Pittsburgh's pick.
Yeah, what y'all are 19,
15.
15. Okay, yeah, you're a little ahead of us this year.
Is
We're
Omar
ahead of
Khan
you
still the
because-
GM of the Steelers?
Yeah,
Was he the guy who drafted Pickett or was that somebody else?
no, that was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
All right, Zach and Jack, dispense some more wisdom on the draft. This is free form.
Oh, wow. This is a weird draft because it's the first draft class in a while that doesn't have like a consensus top 5 to 10. Pretty much every draft in the past, like especially 2024, you kind of knew where guys were going immediately. And last year as well, you kind of knew where guys were going immediately. This year, we know Mendoza, and that's pretty much it. Number 2 is still up for debate. There might be a trade. There might be a lot of trades. But people are still debating on whether it's going to be Reese at 2 to the Jets or David Bailey at 2, or if there's going to be a trade or whatever. So I think it's interesting. It keeps things fresh. You don't know exactly what's going to happen immediately. So I'm excited.
Yeah, everything's going to be a surprise except the first pick.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Jack, any insights into this year's draft?
I have a feeling that someone in the top 10 is just going to make a terrible pick. Like, it's just not going to be a good pick. Like, I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Maybe it's because I don't think the draft class is like super great compared to past years. But I just have a feeling that there could be one team where it's just like, what are you doing?
Shades
There
of
might be
Cleveland Farrell at 4 to the Raiders a few years ago.
Yeah, Benedictine's own Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be more than that because we have to remind ourselves, or maybe I'm the only one who has to remind myself, that the top 10 picks are from the 10 worst teams from the past season. So they
That's what
tend
makes
to
it
make these
entertaining.
mistakes and end up having losing records a lot. Rob, you said you had some fun facts to share.
Yeah, and it was going to be a little fun question and answer session, but since I can't hear Zach or Jack, I'm just going to lay these out. So
I can relay their answers to you if you'd like.
well, that's fine. All right. Well, just one fun fact. This is the first time the draft has been in Pittsburgh since 1948, so 78 years.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then any idea how many teams were in the actual NFL in 1948?
I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess 8. Zach.
I was going to say 8. I'll go
All right, that's fine.
10.
You can go.
I'll go 10.
All right, and Jack.
I'll take 12.
So Rob, I said 8. Zach says 10. Jack goes 12.
All right. Zach got it. It's 10.
Wow.
It was the Eastern and the Western. In the Eastern, it was Philly, Washington, the Giants, Pittsburgh, and the Boston Yanks. And then in the Western, it was the Bears, the Rams, the Packers, the Lions, and the Chicago Cardinals. There was two Chicago teams.
Yeah, basically the NFC North and the now Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. The 1948 season held a record for 65 years until 2013. Any ideas? I can just tell you.
Yeah, just tell us.
It was the per team highest scoring average.
I definitely would not have got.
I know. 23.2, but that was not beat for 65 years. Kind of weird that happened that far back. But all right, and let's see, 2 more real quick. What do they wear on their heads nowadays? Helmets, right? Yeah.
Right.
And what are they made of?
Plastic.
Yeah, they were actually prohibited in 1948. You want to know why?
Tell me.
Because they were used more for a weapon than protection, apparently, is what the naysayer said. So apparently they were having a bunch of fights back then. And then the last thing, the Eagles beat the Chicago Cardinals 7-0 in a blizzard in Philadelphia, PA, for the NFL championship that year.
Nice.
That was after the two Chicago teams in the Western had to have a playoff at Wrigley Field because they both ended up with the same record. So
that's cool.
The Cardinals beat the Bears.
A play-in game kind of thing.
It basically became a play-in game. Yep. So
yeah, good times. All right.
That's all I got.
Good stuff. All right. Any final thoughts on the draft? Besides, okay. Oh man, I'm going to have mixed emotions when they do pick Sawyer. Is that his name, Sawyer?
Who's Sawyer?
The quarterback from Alabama. What's his name?
Ty Simpson.
Simpson. I got the S right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a dark. It's gonna be a dark day in Pittsburgh. Just know that.
Yeah, the city might get burnt down.
Nah, Pittsburghers don't do that.
They're going to start.
Maybe.
They're going to start if they draft Ty Simpson.
We're kind of close to West. We're kind of close to West Virginia, so you never know.
So wait a minute. Jack, I think you're saying there's no way Simpson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I think is what you're saying.
I guarantee he's not.
Yeah. So he's about to go through the Pickett experience, I think.
I would totally agree.
The last thing I'll say is and I don't know if this has anything to do with Brady or not, but the fact that the Raiders, and we talked about his massive contract, it's probably only going to be a 1-year deal because the Raiders are just trying to create enough space for Fernando to be part of a system, go through the routines, get used to the people in the building, the people in the field, and get some serious quarterback development from Cousins and hopefully from the coaching staff. And then he comes out gangbusters. Nobody comes out gangbusters, but he ends up being a better quarterback in his second year than he would have been if he starts this year or even starts half the season. So I hope, if you're a Raiders fan, I think you hope Cousins plays basically the entire first season and then Fernando's on a path to goodness after that. And I think, and I hope that happens, and I hope most teams learn from that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because watching Pickett in Pittsburgh, that had to be miserable for y'all.
Yes, big
It
time.
was disgusting.
It's a strong word, Jack.
What did Jack say?
Sorry, this is really weird, Rob, that you can hear me, but you can't hear Jack and Zach.
I know.
He said it was disgusting.
Yes, I would agree wholeheartedly. And the
All right,
last thing I'll say about the draft, I don't know if y'all addressed this or not, but just got to prop up, which I know you don't like them, Gilly, but you got to prop up the Buckeyes because a lot of drafts have 4 Buckeyes being picked in the top 10 picks. So that would be a record. It's right now it's us and Alabama with 3 in the top 10. We've each done it once. So, but
Yeah,
the
that's
worst I've seen is all 4 in the top 12. So
Yeah, that's
be pretty
absurd.
cool.
You're gonna have a top 3 guy next year too.
I would say that I wouldn't say it for Alabama or Michigan because I don't like them. But if it was any other school, I'd say that was pretty cool too.
Since I'm relaying information from Jack and Zach to you, Rob, Zach said you're guaranteed a top 3 pick next year too.
That's entirely possible.
No, it's
I like it.
without a doubt happening.
Your son said without a doubt.
Like I would take every dollar that
All right, I
I earned
apologize
for
for
the
all my technological issues. I got a phone call when I was on it, and up until that point, I was fine. Then after that, it went downhill.
Jack, are you amused that your dad just talked all over you?
Yeah, I mean,
Gosh,
I think I would almost put like the rest of my life earnings on the fact that Jeremiah Smith will be a top 3 pick in next year's draft. And I think I'd be okay. I think I'd be able to sleep 8 hours, thumb in my mouth every single night. Like I'd sleep like a baby every night knowing that I'm just like going to win that bet.
And you would get you would pay for a little insurance that you wouldn't lose the bet if he got injured. Right.
Oh yeah, I'd have that insurance policy on myself at that point.
I think even if he gets hurt, he's dropping like 2 spots tops.
Rob, we're having an awesome conversation. I'm sorry you can't hear most of it.
yeah, I'm looking at facial expressions, and I can tell y'all are having fun.
If a team could draft him today, with the exception that he couldn't play until 2027, he'd probably go 2nd overall.
In
All right,
this
so-
year's draft, I agree.
All right, so I'm going to try to recap all of that for Rob, just because this is starting to entertain me. Jack said he would place a bet that he would be a top 3 pick next year, and he could
And
sleep
who would
8
be?
hours. Huh?
Who would be a top 3 pick next year?
Your receiver, your wide receiver one from Ohio
Jeremiah
State.
Smith.
Oh, Jeremiah. Okay.
Yeah, he would sleep 8 hours, thumb in mouth, like no worries whatsoever. He's definitely going to get picked. And I said, well, outside of an injury, it sounds like a really good bet. And then Zach said, even if he gets injured, he's still going to go number 3, probably. And then they both agreed that he would be the 2nd pick overall this year if he came out.
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this has been a weird one today. I hope you guys enjoyed chatting about this. And just know that I checked the number of listeners, and we bounced between like 8 and 15. So I don't know who these people are, but
You
somebody's
check the country of origin?
Love it.
I have not checked the country of origin in a while.
It's probably like Yugoslavia.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how America works by listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Later.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoy this episode, please subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts. We'd also really appreciate if you'd rate and review us. You can find us at scodupodcast.com.